Hello, 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 and welcome to this live broadcast. Welcome to Workouts for Older Men Live. I am Skip LaCour. I'm so glad you're here today. When you come on to this live broadcast, make sure you say hello. Tell me where you're watching me from. I want to acknowledge you for being here. Just two men, you and me, going through the journey of life. Fitness is really important to us. We want to take our fitness to higher and higher levels. That's what you're here for. That's our mutual passion, our mutual connection. But if you're a lot like me, you want to become your best both inside and outside of the gym. Fitness is just the foundation that you build upon to get everything you want in life. Right, that continual process. If you're a little bit older like me, got to train, we got to eat, we got to live with a sense of urgency, right? We got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Right, we got to seize the day. I want to help you do that with a little bit of connection. Just as a little show that I do quite frequently, if you've been following me, Workouts for Older Men Live. I have a few training strategies along the way, but more than that, it's just we just go through this journey, a little distinction, a little strategy. Along the way, I want to talk about these weighted leg lifts that I do, some things I think about, and a lot more, right? But that's what this Workouts for Older Men Live is all about. When you go to my Facebook page, at Skip LaCour page, or my YouTube channel, at Skip LaCour, actually Periscope, Twitter, Skip LaCour, Instagram, Skip LaCour, my skiplacour.com website, you'll see all of the live videos, recorded videos, podcasts, blog posts, images, training routines, everything you need to take your fitness to the next level, especially if you're a little bit older and you have a busy, productive life. So make sure you're on all of my social media platforms. Again, this is just connection going through the journey of life, right? In this video, I want to talk about that dad bod, or maybe it's not quite a dad bod for you, but you're working hard in the gym, you're dedicated, right? You watch videos like this. You go to the gym, men your age, they don't even go to the gym, right? You look a lot better than they do. But no matter what you do, this girth around the midsection, you can't seem to lose that body fat. All right, you got the love handles, not horrible, it's not terrible, right? The love handles, a little bit around the waist, right? It's preventing you from having that V taper. You just keep the body fat around there. Maybe a little bit of man boobs. You got that little crinkle underneath. Your chest as you get a little bit older, right? What are you going to do to improve upon that? Even though you look better than other men, that little, dad bod, right? It's kind of just ruining your physique. You're putting in so much time and effort, and you know what you're doing. You look better than most. You hang with the younger guys in the gym. You lift weights, they show up, they look at you, hey, I want to be like you when I get older. You look that good, but even though you look good, even though you're in that top percentage, you just can't seem to lose the body fat. You have that barrel body, and you know you work hard in the gym, you know what you're doing with your training. How do you get rid of that? Is it even possible at this age? Is it that your testosterone levels are just too low, right? And you just got to accept that. Because, you look at it, your arms look good, your legs look good, right? They're lean, but you just can't lose around here. You know what I'm talking about? It's a lot of men's frustration. I want to talk about that and a lot more during our time together during this Workouts for Older Men Live. But let me give you a little training strategy. Those leg lifts for abs, building the ab muscles, right? It's probably my favorite ab exercise. It's not the easiest to do, right? There are other machines that are effective, like the crunch machine, right? You just get in there, set the weight in and out, right? This one takes a little bit more work. It's not necessarily the most pleasant, the most convenient ab exercise, but I just love it because I just feel it really work in the abs. It takes a little bit more effort. And let me just tell you some things that I think about. And after we do this time, you got to watch the replay. And again, if you're watching this on the replay, didn't catch me live, that is great too. As long as we keep this connection, that's all that's important. And if you're watching the replay, make sure you post your comments, your questions, your suggestions down below. Just say hello. I'll acknowledge you for being here, even if it's in the replay version. When you look on the replay version, and you kind of see what my movement is when I do those weighted leg lifts. a couple of things that I do. I get a good challenging weight, but I want to make sure I control it. That's important. You know, at this age, you know, it's nice to lift heavy weights like the younger guys. The more and more I learn about training, the more and more I learn. It's about that mind-muscle connection. Weight is important, but we don't want to risk hurting ourselves. We're not the younger guys as we are before, and maybe if you try to do that when you're younger, you're paying the price now with joints, shoulder replacements and all that. You don't want all that, right? Especially at this age, right? We can make heavier weight lighter weight seem heavier with that good mind-muscle connection, and we want to challenge ourselves to that weight. So you've got to keep that in mind. A lot of guys, they say, hey, your rep range is 4 to 6, 6 to 8, right? That gets me injured, right? No, the rep ranges, I don't care if it's 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 12 to 15. Those rep ranges, those numbers that are suggested, those don't pick up the dumbbells. You know, they don't pick up the barbell, what he put on the machine. You pick that weight, right? If you can't handle it, all right, you're challenging yourself too much and you're getting hurt. It's not the rep range that's doing it, because it doesn't matter what rep range. If you pick too much weight that you can't handle, that you're out of control and it hurts you, it's the weight you picked, not the rep range. So remember that. Any weight you pick up that hurts you, no matter what rep range, is too heavy for you. Right? So you want that challenging weight. One thing that I do, I lift up, my knees are slightly bent. You can't have them straight, but you don't want them too bent. Right? And you can look at this on the replay. Right? Now, I want to keep my knees together. I don't want them to bow out. Right? I keep that continuous tension on my abs on the way up. Now, you're going to get to a certain point where if you lift it just slightly higher, it's going to take the tension off of your abs. You want to find that point where you raise it up as high as you can without taking that tension off. Right? You want to explode in that 1 count and then lower it down. Don't let gravity take it. You lower it down in the 1-2 count. Now, it's also important that you go low enough to get the full range of motion and challenge the abs, but you don't want to have the dumbbell hit the ground and momentarily take that tension off. Right? With these ab exercises, I'll go from 10 to 12 or 12 to 15. Right? Finding that weight. All right. So those are some things that think about. Your knees are going to want to bow out. You want to keep them nice and tight. You want to get the leverage with your hands behind. And again, those are some things to think about. Probably my favorite, even though they're not the most convenient, ab exercise that I do for abs. Right now, in this video, and I hope that's helpful. Right. In this video, I want to talk about that stubborn fat. Right. You're doing your work in the gym. You look better than most. You're watching what you watch videos like this. But whatever you do, your arms look good, they're nice and lean, your legs look good, but you just have that barrel, that dad bod, not terrible. You don't have that V-taper, can't lose that stubborn fat no matter what you do. Well, let me just tell you, I've helped out so many men just like you. That's a very common challenge, especially when you get a little bit older. So what's the solution? Well, let me tell you what the solution is not. I know your desire to work hard in the gym. Maybe you do ab exercises like that. You think if you do enough of them often enough, maybe every single day, you can start melting that fat around your love handles. Maybe a fitness expert has even told you that the key to their abs and their ripped abs, the lack of body fat, is due to ab exercises. Right? So you want that certain routine. Maybe it's like you're targeting this, and you do those, get a plate, a 45-pound plate, and you go to each side, right? You're thinking that it's going to melt off that fat, right? Seems logical, right? It's not going to happen that way. I don't care how heavy you train. I don't care if you do high volume, low volume, or something in between. I don't care if you do that and execute those leg lifts I said perfectly. I don't care if you execute them perfectly every single day. All right? That's not more into your training. It's not going to help you lose that body fat, lose that dad bod. All right, get you in that top 5% instead of the top 20%. All right, it's going to be in your diet. It's going to be in your diet. I know that's so counterintuitive. I've talked to so many men, smart men. They're successful in their business and their family, right? But for some reason, there's this block, and I know what it is. You tell me if this is true, right? You talk to those much, much younger fitness experts, right? They're giving you all the passionate information many times for free because they love it so much. It's their lifestyle. It's their identity. And I know what that's like. I lived that life, right? But I've matured, and I started thinking, well, what really works? Where's the science behind it? What's the least I can do? I got family and business to take care of now. It's not my entire identity. And I know you're living that life if you're a little bit older. and you have a busy, productive life. And it just seems like the emphasis is on training. They'll even tell you things like, hey, who are these guys that say it's 80% nutrition, 20% training? That's BS. You're lazy. You have no discipline. What's that all about? Right? It's 100% training and 100% nutrition. I'll tell you, I appreciate the passion. You want to give everything 100%. But I talk to very smart men who get lost in that, and they double down, they triple down on the training, think they're going to train their way to lose that fat. All right? Those man boobs, that crinkle, I tell you get lean, and that's the last place it's going to come off. First place is going to go on in these tough areas, right? You got to think like a 5%er. Right now, at your age, you're the only one who trains. You look better easily than the top 20%, right? It's going to take these distinctions with the diet. Now, what that means for you, it's different for everybody. So I want you to go to skiplacour.com/diet. I'll tell you the things you need to do, what you don't need to do, what I do, a typical diet. All right, some things I used to believe. Because if you want to lose that fat, it's going to be in your diet. So go to skiplacour.com/diet. That'll get you started. There's a questionnaire to fill out. Maybe I can reach out and help you with the specifics, how they apply to you. But the biggest takeaway that you should get from our time together, it's not in your training. I don't care how many ab exercises, I don't know, heavy, light, moderate, whatever, how your frequency. If you want to get rid of that dad bod, where it's all binding up here and everything else looks good, it's going to be in your diet. That'll get you started at skiplacour.com/diet. All right, let's take on the day, our business, our family with that sense of urgency, our training, our eating. Got more time behind us than we do in front of us if you're a little bit older like me. All right, let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. Have a great day. Have an awesome day. All right, great day, outstanding day, awesome day. Think big and think bigger than getting bigger.